Being separated from your children is difficult, but not knowing when you'll see them next is unbearable. That's what some parents fear will happen if CPS does not find funding for private agencies that supervise visits. And as of now, that money is run out. Not in your sides, Craig Smith went to CPS looking for answers. He joins us from the newsroom with more on this story.
Guy, even if you've had so much trouble in your family, your child is in state custody, you usually have a right to see that child under supervision. Now agencies doing that supervision for the state say demand is so high, they've spent all the money in their state contracts and they'll have to stop doing that work. That leaves parents wondering how they'll have their visits. And KGUN-9 asking what the state will do to solve this.
It's just not knowing is what scares me. Because I love my children very much, and I really want to see them and stuff. That's what brings my week up from all the stuff that I'm going through.
Margarita Verdugo is not sure how she'll be able to have the supervised visits with her children she needs, so the state will give them back to her. Aviva, the private agency that supervised those visits, says its money from CPS has run out, so it's had to lay off the workers the program needed.
We have no way to get the kids to the visits tomorrow.
Susie Hune of another agency, Casa de los Niños, says just before we talked, the transportation service hired to bring the kids in for 13 visits tomorrow said there's no money left in its CPS contract, so those vans will not roll. Hune says her agency and 10 others may have to lay off workers in the programs that supervise visits between troubled parents and their kids. She says there's been such a surge in families that need help. Agencies like hers ran through a year's budget in half that time and warned CPS this would happen.
In fact, by September and October at provider meetings, we were telling DES, if you keep the referral rate up as high as it's been, we are all going to run out of money soon.
CPS let us question the Child Welfare Program's director and her deputy.
If an agency comes to you and says, we're out of money, we've shot through our contracts, the demands are so high, we can't provide these services, what then?
And just like all organizations should, the division is looking at being fiscally responsible and managing to our budget.
Now they go on to say if they need services beyond the current budget, they will reevaluate, but we never heard these CPS representatives say how they close these money gaps in the 6 months before the next state budget kicks in July.
Craig, if demand already has cleaned out the money these contracted agencies need, who's going to handle the supervised visits that the programs require?
Well, there's a good chance they are going to fall to regular CPS workers, and those are the same workers who we hear over and over are already buried in huge backlogs of work.
It really sounds like a tough situation. Craig, thank you.